Good morning and welcome to another episode of Tea with Z. My name is Zimil Solanki and it's an absolute pleasure to be joining you on another episode today. And if you are watching live, give me some likes, give me some hearts, because as you know, that's what this energy exchange is all about. Because each and every morning we love to really, embrace the opportunity to have a conversation, not just from my perspective, but also hearing your thoughts and comments as well. And the best way to do that is in the comment section below. So feel free, drop a comment, even drop a comment to say just hi. Just hi, H-Y-H-Y, and enter because that just lets me know, yeah, who's watching. But if you do want to have a conversation on other platforms as well, you can definitely hit us up on LinkedIn at Zimo Solanki and also on Instagram as well. And as you know, these episodes of Tea with Z are streamed across YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn as well. So absolute pleasure to be joining each and every one of you. And also a special shout out to those that are joining us from the Limitless Network, because the Limitless Network is, as I've said before, a group of like-minded people that value health in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to be joining you again this morning into the Limitless Network as well. And a special shout out today to the students of the world, because today's International Students Day. And as a result of that, I really want to take the time today to really, celebrate what it means to be a student. Now, in my perspective, we are lifelong students. You know, we might not be subscribed to a university or a college or a school undertaking a set curriculum, but at the end of the day, the ability to lifelong learn and to learn for our entire life essentially is a part of living, in my perspective. Because, you know, the day that we're not, you know, the old saying goes, the day that we're not learning something is the day that we're no longer living. And it's so true, because each day and each moment of time, there's always something or a lesson to be learned from that moment in time. And what I really wanted to do today was discuss, the role in which, going back to, the traditional notion of student, so the college student, the university student, even the school student, what role they play along our own entrepreneurial journey, and the role of mentorship as well as us being entrepreneurs, but also fueling that level of entrepreneurship within our organizations. Because as we develop and grow our own skills, well, for what purpose do we do that? Is it just to grow our own business, or is it to impart and teach that knowledge onto others so that they can grow their skills to then better support you and your endeavors as well? Because think about it, when we're in our entrepreneurial set, if we can't do it alone, we use external resources, third parties, employees, talent, staff, whatever you might call it. We use the resources around us to help build us up, to help us progress through our entrepreneurial journey. And when we do that, we then need to, mold and shape the vision that we want for our journey and those that we want to bring along it. And the best way and the biggest thing that I've found is the role of being an entrepreneur is the ability to mold and shape the thoughts, the ideas, and the processes, but also even just the work ethic of the next generations to come. The other point is about giving them the chance to not only succeed, but embracing the failures along the way as well. Because think about it as well from the most humble elements of being a student. So as you know, we've got a young daughter. She's almost 9.5 months. When you look at the ability to learn and take in new lessons, new teachings, new environments, the most humble form of that is a child, is an infant. And when they trying to learn new things, when they're taking on board lessons, there's obviously failures along the way. There's obviously lessons to be learned along the way. And it's the way in which we respond to those lessons and be supportive of that really helps to empower them to grow up and to develop the skills required to really progress and succeed in life. And so that sort of same mindset as to how you would nurture a child, how you would nurture a younger human being, if we translate that up into our work life and the way in which we respond to and engage with other people in our environment, whether or not they be students or other team members. They might even just be seasoned workers and have been in the industry for decades. But how do we respond to them and how are we mentoring them to shape the values, the work ethic, but also the knowledge that they have to really help you and them hit their goals along their journey in life, but also in your business as well? How are you playing that role? And I'm not saying that you need to be a parent to them, but in some ways, shapes, or form, a parent and a mentor have a lot of overlapping qualities. A parent and a leader have a lot of overlapping qualities. A parent and an employer have a lot of overlapping qualities. And when you look at that role of being a leader, an employer, a mentor within our organization, the ability and the opportunity to grow and to develop those around us is one that we can either embrace or one that we can either turn away from. And it's the same as parenthood. Either we can embrace the role of being a parent and having the opportunity to mold and grow and develop our children, the next generation. And let's be honest, the next generation are going to be the key influential decision makers because they are so much more aware of what is happening in the world. You look at global movements right now, such as the climate change policies and the movement that Greta Thunberg has caused, and really the power behind this next generation's voice is even going to be more powerful. But what is the message that they're going to be spreading? And what is the message that they're spreading within your own world right now? And what role are you taking? And an active role, a proactive role, a reactive role, or just an absent role, whatever it might be. What role are you taking to really help guide this next generation? And for International Students Day, well, what better way to really touch on this and to really explore the opportunities that come from investing the time in this next generation? Right now, across large elements of the health industry, large elements of the hospitality industry, large elements of the building industry, I could argue most industries, there are massive, massive shortages in amazing talent. And when you look at the ability to grow and nurture talent, well, it starts with self. It starts with self and the emphasis that we put into others to ensure that we can start growing the pool of talent that we want to help us along our own entrepreneurial journey. And unfortunately, for so long prior to this, we relied on others to do that for us. We relied on others. And I was just chatting with a colleague over the weekend, and they were discussing within their own health business is that they actively take on board early career students and students that are first year, students that have gone to so many other places of employment, businesses to seek employment and been turned away due to a lack of experience or immaturity or whatever you might want to call it. Yet they've taken an active role in going, you know what? We're going to invest the time and effort to train them up and to mentor them and guide them so that we are creating a succession plan for our own pipeline and our own business with amazing talent that fit our values, fit our culture, and fit the work ethic and the expectations of the business. And we're molding them and growing them to be really successful and to offer them opportunities others have not. But now the time's come where it's either you do it or somebody else does it. And if you're not doing it, then you're missing out. Because you can't expect others now to just take the reins and do it for you. I know in my pharmacy, I used to get people all the time just look at the resume and go, yep, you worked for Zamel. Great. That was the qualifying factor. Because they knew that I invested time and effort into training them. But now you can no longer rely on others to do that. Why? Because all that time and effort is designed to encourage retention. I'm not going to then invest all that time and effort without ensuring that I am doing my best to ensure that I am molding and developing this person in order to retain them as talent within my organization. Of course, if they want to move on and it's the next chapter of life, of course, I'm supportive of that. But at the end of the day, I am, and my primary focus is to build them up in order to create a succession plan of amazing talent within my organization. And if I'm doing that to ensure that there is some continuity within my organization, then what chance do they have of leaving to your business? It's smaller. Back then, there was a lot more talent out there and a lot more opportunities to then keep that pipeline going. But as that pipeline starts drying up from the top, the number of students filling that, then of course we're going to get less output. And as a result of that, what are we doing with that less output? So that's my question for you today. As a mentor, what are you doing to help guide, mold, and shape the future of the students of today and tomorrow? Because at the end of the day, it's International Students' Day. And how are you celebrating your role in shaping their future, but also their role in shaping their own and working together collaboratively to really empower one another along both of yours entrepreneurial journeys? So that's my question for you today. And I'm really curious. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Whatever tips, tricks, hacks that you do, or things that you might do uniquely to empower. Do you offer unique training programs or scholarships or whatever, team bonding events, whatever you might do? Yeah, drop it in the comment section below because I'm really curious to hear how you are building up this next generation of amazing people and healthcare, well, people that are really conscious of health and empowering others along their own health journey as well as yours. So drop a comment in the comment section below. And if you did want to drop a comment in a really, sort of exclusive setting, then drop a comment in the Limitless Network. All the details to join it are in the comment section below. So that's it from me today. Happy International Students' Day to all of the students, whether or not you be in a school, college, university, or you're like myself and consider yourself a lifelong learner, because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about. It's all about learning new things each and every day. A big shout out to all the students all over the world. So have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to catching up with you on another episode of Tea with Z tomorrow. Bye for now.